Ready for. Nick Rushworth is also here with me on set. We're going to have a look at some of the international papers now. Where else to start, really, but Pravda and Putin. He's ordered a big pullout, hasn't he, from Syria, Nick?
Hi to you, Stuart. Well, Pravda these days has an English language website and almost no readers, in fact. But I thought, out of curiosity, I would go to Pravda and we can look at their coverage. It's saying that the pullout now we're seeing this Tuesday comes 6 months after it began, with Vladimir Putin consulting his Russian foreign and defense ministers on Monday, and then making the call to Bashar al-Assad to tell him of his decision. There you can see Pravda there. Now, it says Putin's ordered full security of a naval base and an air base to monitor implementation of the Syria ceasefire. So far, so good. One of the other Russian papers shows a picture of a plane and saying home, the boys leaving. Let's go to an Arab language paper based in London called Rai al-Yum, which is asking, well, just what has happened? Has Putin been angered in some way by Bashar al-Assad? Now, it argues in this editorial that the likely response is that the Syrian foreign minister's statement on Saturday, in which he said Assad's departure was non-negotiable and that no transition phase could lead to an Assad departure, was a real problem for Moscow. And the argument is that Washington upped the pressure on the Kremlin, and this explains what Putin has done.
Good timing, actually, Nick, because as you're talking there, just hearing from the Russian Defense Ministry saying the first group of Russian warplanes has left its Syrian airbase for redeployment in Russia. That just coming into us. Nick, you found one publication in the US arguing very differently, asking, did Putin once again outfox Obama?
Well, this is Politico, the online publication, which is giving us a totally different feel about what's happening compared to that editorial in the Arab language press. Here, confusion reigns in the White House. The quote in Politico is the White House officials were left scrambling on news of this pullout on Monday. Now, it argues that Obama has been repeatedly confounded since that March 2014 move to take over Crimea by Putin. And the quote there is from a former Pentagon official saying, well, if Putin's objectives have been achieved, then he wasn't trying to smash the Islamic State organization. That's one point of view. Another quote, the timing of this announcement coincides with the start of the Geneva talks, and it is a clear signal to Assad that he better enter into negotiations with good faith. And just to finish on Politico there, another quote, this decision is a result of growing exasperation by the Kremlin about Assad. The power relations now in these Geneva talks have been equalized. That's the argument.
Talk about something else. Nick's going to turn to US politics now. Not a press review goes by without Trump and a little bit more Trump. What have you seen now then, Nick?
Well, Stuart, absolutely incredibly. When I looked at the New York Times website a few hours ago, every article, Trump, 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 Trump. I was like, goodness gracious, let me just choose one for you. Here, this is about an ad campaign organised by Republican activists arguing that he is a sexist monster, a misogynist, and there's a long list of, in this ad campaign, in a video, which is a minute long, which they're promoting, the use of his misogynistic language. He's used words on screen such as bimbo, dog, and fat pig to describe women. That message, of course, we know about with his words about the Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly, words I will not repeat.
No.
But just to move away from that article about Donald Trump, the Chinese are looking on. The Boston Globe is reporting that the Global Times state paper on Monday had an editorial saying that, well, what do you expect with a democracy? This is what you get Donald Trump. So the quotes there is that the editorial in the Chinese state paper said that the rise of a racist in the US political arena is worrying for the whole world. And this nomination contest now is something that you would see in a third world country, an emerging country. So Beijing wrapping the knuckles of the United States there for their fatal flaw of democracy. I just want to finish on a lighter note, a story actually in the Local, which is one of the papers that talks about various countries in the world. It's an online publication. And it's French Language Week this week, and it has suggestions to introduce a globalization twist, to introduce some English into French words. So hence, I chose three, yes. Yeah. Paristocrat. Paristocrat is a person who owns a flat with a view of the Eiffel Tower. Ban au chocolat, which is no more pain au chocolat, stop the pastries. And the one I liked is bon appetit. If you're fed up with eating the tripe and the calves brains that they still eat in France happily, then you can say bon appetit, not bon appetit.
Bon appetit. I will remember all of those, use them on some of our French colleagues here at France 24. I'm sure they'll get down well. Bon appetit, why not? Thank you very much, Nick, with the press review.